everyone. I'm Gretchen Carlson. Welcome today to The Real Story. Short time ago, the House passing a stopgap measure to keep the government running while lawmakers continue work on a bipartisan deal that funds the government through October. So if that bill passes, it would increase funding for the Head Start program to support early childhood education. It would allow the U.S. Postal Service to keep Saturday delivery. And it would provide an additional $85 billion for the war in Afghanistan. Chief Congressional Correspondent Mike Emanuel live for us on Capitol Hill with more. So, Mike, what else is in this bill?
Well, Gretchen, it is 1,500+ pages long, and here are some key points. The overall package is $1.012 trillion, funding the government through October. It would restore pension benefits for disabled vets and families of the fallen. No new funding for Obamacare, and doesn't boost money for the Medicare agency, which is handling implementation. It cuts the IRS budget and bans targeting of Americans based on their free speech. And it provides $1.5 billion in aid to Egypt. Some House Democrats want more, including an amendment to extend unemployment benefits.
No one should be deceived into believing that this is something we enjoy doing. And if we can't see our Republican colleagues give Americans a chance to have their unemployment insurance extended on an emergency basis, it may be a tough vote for a number of us.
It seems rather unlikely that unemployment would be added to this budget package. Negotiations in the Senate are underway on a separate unemployment extension. We'll see if they get there, Gretchen.
Okay, so a lot of people at home right now are asking, what's different today than when we shut down the government a few months ago? We were talking about these same issues, were we not?
Well, you're absolutely correct. Some of it probably has to do with the fact that the jobs report last Friday was so weak. Don't forget, it is also an election year. The big breakthrough came when the budget chairs, Paul Ryan and Patty Murray, reached a breakthrough, an overall deal on the overall number. With that, appropriators who divide up the overall pie went to work. House Republican Hal Rogers and Senate Democrat Barbara Mikulski praised this deal as a solid compromise. And House Speaker John Boehner noted lawmakers must act quickly.
Frankly, if we had time, I would like to have more time. We're in a situation where the government is, in fact, going to run out of money. We're going to have to move a short-term CR. But we want to get this government funding in place as soon as possible. And I think under the circumstances, what we're doing is appropriate.
Gretchen, you mentioned that the House passed a short stopgap measure. Look for the Senate to do the same. And then you can expect the House and Senate to take up this budget package, $1.012 trillion, by the end of the week. Gretchen?
Thanks for the wrap-up, Mike. Sure. And even more action on Capitol Hill right as we speak, as we now await a test vote in the Senate on the bill to extend long-term unemployment benefits for more than 1 million Americans. Joining us now, Stu Varney, the anchor of Varney & Company on the Fox Business Network. Good to see you, Stu.
Gretchen.
All right, so right now, apparently, all the politicians are lunching.
Wow.
They're lunching, and they're talking about unemployment.
Yes.
Where do you think we're going to go with this? Because the Republicans want amendments to pay for it. Harry Reid seems to be saying, nope.
I don't know where we're going to go with this, but I'll tell you one thing. It won't make any difference to the economy one way or the other. If we extend the benefits or if we don't extend the benefits, no impact on the economy. This is pure politics, Gretchen. This is designed to make the Republicans look harsh. Why don't you help out these poor people? And on the Republican side, it's designed to say to the Democrats, you're just spending more money, which we don't have enough already. So the two sides are in a standoff. However it comes out, no difference to the fundamental performance of America's economy.
Well, speaking of the economy, do you believe that there was some positive news that came out towards the end of the year? Holiday retail numbers are out.
Yep.
3 indicators: budget surplus and small businesses optimistic.
Okay. We were all very optimistic at the end of last year that maybe finally we'd have robust growth for the economy.
Right.
Okay? Nice growth, more jobs, looked good. Now the latest numbers. As you mentioned, retail sales, yes, up in December. But November's numbers were revised down. Budget surplus, yes, $53 billion in December. But that included $40 billion in payments from the bailed out housing agencies. Small business, more confidence? Yes. But it's still below the confidence level of 2007. And the guy who runs the small business operation says we are just crawling forward. So I say that those green shoots of optimism that we saw late last year have been trampled on for the 4th or 5th year in a row. Well, disappointing.
That's not a Happy New Year from Stu Varney.
Well, I'm sorry, Gretchen, but I can't make this stuff up, you know.
All right, Stu, great to see you. We'll be watching you tomorrow, as always.
Thank you, Gretchen.